Question would be, do degrees in cybersecurity create incompetence in cybersecurity? And here's the Reddit. 5 days ago, I was legit the first graduating class in the U.S. to have a BS in cybersecurity. My first job was at a Fortune 500, and everyone was shocked to see me in the room because it's historically been for people halfway out the door, trying to retire with 5 to 10 years of fatter paychecks. I quickly learned that while the concepts I learned in school applied and were valuable, this was also because no one took security seriously at all. So the best practices didn't really exist or weren't well known. We're talking early 2000s. My best friend happens to work for a major insurance company in the cybersecurity department. We've had plenty of long conversations, and basically it comes down to the fact that the more companies who are hiring younger security people with BS degrees, the more incompetent those companies are in their security department, and the less coverage and payouts they end up getting because of this. I disagree, but let's keep on going. These days, your 20-year industry experience, your 20 years industry experience is far more valuable, and everyone knows the core concepts around security just being in the industry that long. So not only is the degree oversaturating the market, it's also making companies less secure in general, as managers put blind faith in someone with a diploma that says they're an expert over the experts that paid their dues through decades of experience. I'm curious to what other people think about the quality of work you get out of graduates. I always discourage getting a cybersecurity degree and think everyone should get a much broader one because, especially, I think it's bad to start off in a niche education when you don't even know what security really is. In many ways, and many may want to go down a different path after they have 5+ years in the industry. Disclaimer, I got out early for greener pastures, and you know the insurance people, so I'm curious if you see this in person. Half my information is hearsay. Hey, the first comment said, after reading this twice, I still have no clue what you were trying to say.
Just because you get a degree does not mean you're an expert.
I don't
And
really.
just because you have 20 years of experience also does not mean you're an expert.
I don't really understand it either because some of those people will come in and get rotational programs, don't mean they're an expert. I can also confidently say just because you were 20 years in don't mean you are an expert. You probably the last 10 years been BSing.
I don't think that. I don't agree. That's what I think. I don't agree with them.
Nobody agrees.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense because, like I said, I work with these people that's been there a long time, and they're not better than the people that's labbing every day. So how in the world, like, you know, a lot of policy.
And then I think it's coming from a perspective that assumes that all cybersecurity programs are treated the same, and they're not.
And he's basing this off of when they came out of school in the early 2000s versus what it is now.
Yeah.
I mean, companies don't want to pay the extra for seasoned security professionals. That's why there are so many juniors in these roles. Hardly see why that's a cyber degree problem. The degree is blamed because it's easier to blame the little guy.
Sure.
I saw someone with a Sec Plus dox themselves on Reddit using a black highlighter on the cert. And I'm just like, damn, some companies putting their faith in that dude. That doesn't mean that. Another where a guy going for cyber BS didn't know if something was phishing when it was the VP contacting him and 100+ others from a random Gmail account and not a company email. Another where a guy said 8 gigs of RAM was useless for finance school and light browsing, not realizing what the speed was or how well optimized it was with the hardware, and he got dragged in the comments. That's IT.
Well, I
the
was
same
just
point.
about to eat that one up.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know. I really don't agree. I think this is one to put back on the audience and saying, hey, how do you feel about cybersecurity degrees? Do you think they're incompetent or not? Which I don't. I just don't. I really wish I could talk to the person because he's probably older. If he's talking about early 2000s, I was 18 by 2010. And so we're going to say this person was already probably close to 30 by the time I was 18. So now he should be, what, close to 50? So they got a different perspective on things. So I really don't agree with that because it doesn't make a lot of sense at all. He didn't really, it was more opinion-based. It was really nothing that stated that why that person couldn't do the job. Like, because he was talking about, like you said, theory and concepts, and you don't know things, but you don't know what some people did in school, which is Right here, plug in SNHU.
We'll be sponsored by SNHU. So it's 2025 and cybersecurity is still all the rage. Breaches are at an all-time high and so are cyber salaries. But there's a problem you keep running into. Cyber jobs you want to land are requiring a degree and you don't have one. Let me introduce you to today's sponsor, Southern New Hampshire University, SNHU. SNHU has a flexible online program that also touts one of the lowest tuitions in the country. SNHU is an affordable, accredited nonprofit university that has dedicated career advisors, webinars, internships, and more to prepare you to enter or advance in the workforce. There's a 32% projected growth of information security analyst roles through 2032, and according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the median security analyst salary in 2023 was $120,000. In SNHU's program, you can learn about these critical subjects: cybersecurity foundations, networking, incident response, risk management, enterprise security, and more. As a cybersecurity professional, these are all important courses. If you would like to know more about SNHU's program, then please visit snhu.edu/textual or click the link below in the description.
Matter of fact, I might put the clip in from my guy Rob Burst. We were having a client call the other day, and we were talking about how he was enjoying SNHU so much with their program and how he's actually doing things with the program, and he is learning stuff, and it's not just all paperwork and certs. And I was like, cool. That's what I'm glad to hear.
Again, back to that article, all programs are not treated the same. All programs are not supposed to be the same. Some stuff is supposed to be quick, fast, and easy for you. Some stuff is supposed to require more from you.
Facts. Did you want to get on Scatter Spider?